Hi, my name is Andrea and I am doing a vlog on YouTube, as you can see, and this vlog will be focused around fitness. The reason I'm doing fitness is because recently I just had a fitness success journey story. So I'm going to be sharing what I went through and maybe tips and tricks, food information, macros, hopefully helpful, and workouts as well. Hopefully anything that can help you if you are looking to lose weight or get in the best shape of your life, or if you're thinking about competing in a bikini bodybuilding competition. I'm also going to be sharing dedicated videos just to bikini bodybuilding. But this vlog in particular, I'm just gonna kind of give you a little bit of my background and why I decided to go on this weight loss journey from January 2015 to May 2015, because that's actually, I went from being 150 pounds to 121. So, and 121 was a little too lean for me, but it was perfect for competing that day. So just a little bit of my background. In high school, I was into fitness, but I only did upper body and cardio. Does that sound familiar? Because a lot of people do it. And one of the worst mistakes I made, because if I only knew about squats back then I would have had a butt. Because back then I did not have any ass at all. I had nothing. I was completely flat on my butt. So basically fast forward, and then I got into a little bit of modeling. I did I traveled with Hawaiian Tropic a little bit, and that was fun. And then I went to college, and I gained the freshman 15, and then the sophomore 10 or 5, and then keep going. But basically in those 4 years, I did gain, 20 to 30 pounds or something like that. And it was from drinking, it was from partying, eating crappy food, because that's what you do in college. So, and I was in big denial. I, didn't realize, what I looked like and how I felt. I even had like gallbladder pains from obviously bad diet. So, I didn't feel good. I didn't look good. And then being depressed just made me eat more and drink more. So it was a vicious cycle, which many people have been through. You've been there, I've been there. So, but obviously you can get past it. And then fast forward, I met my now husband on Match.com in 2011. And then we got married in 2013, and he was into fitness. So that obviously dating and then marrying somebody into fitness and bodybuilding, it kind of helps you kind of get into it as well and be healthy. So from there, I'm going to fast track a little bit. In October 2014, so like 9 months ago, my husband had a neck injury, which resulted in a major stroke. And he's okay now. I don't want to freak you out. He's thank God, we're so blessed, he's doing well. But obviously in October, it was the worst time ever in my life, and it was very scary. And it was a close call. He had a major stroke. He's 31 at the time, but now he's 32 years old. So no, I'm not dating an old dude. And he's in really good shape. It was, his neck got turned very quickly, I guess, and it tore an artery, his vertebral artery, and he had a major stroke. So long story short, he was in the ICU for a week. And then, and I basically slept there every night by his side, and that because obviously I'm not going to leave him. And he was medevaced there, so it was a major life event. And on October, he was in and out of the hospital because he had another stroke from the same injury. It just didn't heal, and then he couldn't walk, so we had rehab coming to the house to help him relearn how to walk, and to regain, function in his hand and everything like that. So I obviously was taking care of him. I was taking care of the house. The last thing I was doing was taking care of myself, which, obviously that's what you do during that time. So I wasn't going to the gym or anything like that, obviously. And, I got really out of shape. He did as well. And we had an amazing support system who was bringing us over comfort food, which is exactly what we needed at that time. So, or we ordered out because it was just easier because I didn't want to leave the house and leave him. So we ate a lot of crap. We didn't work out. So we went from eating really healthy to basically eating crap and then not going to the gym or anything like that. So we both gained, a ton of weight. I gained, I think, like 20 pounds. And in October, November, December. Oh, and also the reason I gained that much weight is because in October, because I was at the hospital and my anxiety from thinking, my husband might pass away, how, that screws you up and you don't eat. Like, I was not eating that, and I didn't do that on purpose. I just seriously, I could not eat, and which I never thought would be possible because I love food. And that screwed up my metabolism. If you think you want to lose weight and you think you can do it by not eating, that's BS. You just screw up your metabolism. So in those 3 months, from completely screwing up metabolism and then eating crap and not going to the gym, I gained weight. And then come January, he's starting to feel better. He's learning how to, he can walk again by January 1. And we both kind of look at each other and we're like, we're not happy. We don't look good. We don't feel good. Let's actually make a goal and get back into shape. And to actually, to say you want to get into shape and to say you want to lose weight, it's easy to say, and then you have to actually do it. To do it, when you actually set a goal, like a real goal, not, I want to lose weight is not a goal. Setting a goal, you need to have a timeline and a specific thing. So I said, I want to, and my husband was into bodybuilding when I met him. He never actually competed. I have no idea why, because he always looked amazing. But he was into it, and he had a bodybuilding coach then. So because of that, and I looked at those girls, and I was like, at first I was like, ew, I don't want to look like that. They look so muscular and blah, blah, blah. And that was honestly my own insecurities just getting to me. Of course, you wouldn't want to look like that. Like, you only look like that for one day. Those pictures that you see, you look like that for one day. You're never that lean again, unfortunately. So, I looked at that, got insecure, and I said I would never want to look like that. But then I looked at it again, I'm like, I would kill to look like that. So we set a goal. I said, this was my goal. I want to compete in a bikini bodybuilding competition in May. I found I looked at the time frame. I thought maybe 5 months I could lose the weight, and if not, then I would just stretch it a little bit further. But that, I set a actual legit goal, and I got a bodybuilding coach, and I went on a program, and I stuck to it. I kicked my butt. I didn't do any cheat meals. I stuck to the macros and the calories. I lifted very heavy, and I kept track of everything. When I was in the gym, I had my little book with me, and I kept track of how heavy I was lifting, and I would increase my weight, and which is what helps you build that muscle and not get bulky, because I wasn't eating enough calories to get bulky, but I was just building muscle, which is helping my metabolism, which means I'm burning more calories and fat every day, and healthier that way. So, and I'll share more information. Sorry, I'm getting off track. But, I got a coach. I got into the best shape of my life. I didn't do crazy amounts of cardio. I didn't do like an hour of cardio a day or anything like that. It first started off with 20 minutes for like 4 days a week. And of course it increased, but I think the most I was doing by the end of the 5 months was maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And it was only a few days a week. So, and I drank tons of water, even up to the last day of up to the day of the competition. I didn't do any water or carb depletion. I ate tons of carbs that last week, so I didn't do a unhealthy peak week as you might hear about for bodybuilding. I was very, very healthy. I didn't take anything obviously illegal. I did a natural bodybuilding competition, so I had a polygraph test done that said I wasn't taking illegal supplements. So I was doing a few supplements, and I'll explain that too, what I did or took or whatever. But anyway, I got in the best shape of my life. 150 pounds, which wasn't heavy. I just wasn't happy at that weight. I'm 5'3", and for my body type, I do have, I have a chest, which obviously, when you weigh more, it gets bigger, and then when you lose weight, it gets smaller. So I went from having big boobs to basically having more flatter chest than I was ever used to when I got that lean. But my healthy weight is around 126, 130. That's where I want to stay now. It's like 17-18% body fat, which I like. And I do a little bit of cardio. I do heavy lifting, and I do macros. I do if it fits your macros. So this way, it's called flexible dieting. I can kind of play with food as long as it fits my macros, and I'll explain that in another video too, a little bit more about macros. Or you can just kind of Google it and research it yourself. It is a great way to diet, but honestly, if you just stick to a plan, a healthy plan, or get a coach or a trainer and stick to what they say, it's about the dedication. It's about making that decision and sticking to it no matter what. There's always going to be life events. There's always going to be crazy things that come up. You might have kids, or parents are taken care of, or work events, or holidays. There's always something. But if you really want to lose weight and you're really serious about it, you have to make that decision. And you have to do it, and you have to stick with it, and hopefully your family and friends are supportive of you. I had an amazing support system. My family, didn't look at me like I was crazy when I wasn't eating the dessert at Easter. And, my friends understood that I couldn't go out drinking on the weekends and stuff like that. So, and it's not like you can't ever do that stuff again. You can do that stuff. You can go drinking here and there, but once you're healthy and you get there, then you're just going to be maintaining, which you have a higher calories for that. But once you're healthy too, you don't want to do that stuff as much because you understand how good you feel eating better. And you don't have to just eat egg whites all the time. You can change it up. But you eating better and not drinking and not eating crap, you actually do feel better, which you might not understand until you're there, or if you are there, then you do understand. But it's an amazing way to live. So I'm passionate about it because I just went through it, and I am so happy with my results, and I just want to spread the love. So hopefully I can share some ideas with you, and hopefully I can learn more about you and what your needs and motives are. All right, thanks for watching.